Moment of silence. Y'all fucked up. TRP forever. Flow light years beyond y'all, you're not scary. I deserve a statue in front of South Ferry. You niggas dead serious, I'm dead serious. How I feel to be second fiddle, I'm just curious. I know why you don't want me on them group songs, cause I turned a group song into a fluke song. I'm too strong, I get it, y'all niggas spooked. If I wasn't fluke, I wouldn't do a feature with Fluke, dog. Nate hyped me, now I'm about to catch a body. If you ain't Tyrone Briggs, nigga, then tread lightly. Try to chill, I really want y'all to just like me, cause y'all stopping the king, homie, it ain't likely. Not fair how I'm punking these rappers, scared niggas local, I'm in the air. How these silly niggas compare when they rapping with they ain't living. I'm literal, be literally, lyrically. Y'all niggas so little to me, lil' me's. Niggas cornballs, bass guard, lil' bees. You never make it out the hood trying to belittle me. Please, competition is a rap here. We the reason why half of these niggas rap here. Shout out to my real niggas who trap here. Watch your back here, cause half of these niggas rats here. Yeah, all rats, no tails. Just real niggas who tells you details.
Chang ain't do this shit, nigga.
Say it again.
Big Brook, N8 Rock,
You know what I mean?
Side, Shade, the fucking pack, nigga. Stop snitching. We getting money. And fucking a lot of bitches too. I'll holler what.
All right, what's good, y'all? What's good? It's your boy T Time.
What up, y'all?
I mean, Kev's in the building, Knicks and Ish on this Saturday evening or night, whatever you want to call it. I mean, the day after the home opener, Knicks versus the Pistons. I mean, getting that good old W. I mean, getting in the win column. I mean, real quick. I guess I'll start it off. We're gonna do a little recap. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Guess I started off. Excuse me. It was an absolute shellacking that we gave. Shout out to everybody in the building, first of all. If you got eyes on us, press like for your boys. You know what I mean? That's important. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was an absolute shellacking that we gave the Pistons, as we should. You know what I mean? This is what we all expected us to do to that team, that young team coming in. I mean, at least me. You know what I mean? Barry was good, man.
What up, Barry? What up, Barry?
Yeah.
They deserve to lose, Barry.
I ain't even tap in. You know what I mean? I've been like kind of laid out all day with allergies, but yeah, you know, we did what we was absolutely supposed to do versus the Pistons. You know what I mean? Especially coming off that tough loss against the Grizzlies, a game that we should have won as well. Coming in this game, and seeing the way that the Knicks played against the Grizzlies, I absolutely knew that we was going to wash these boys up. You feel me? I absolutely knew that we was going to wash these boys up. And we did just that. You feel me? We did just that. We washed them up, ended it. BJ was good, Playboy. I see you. Washed them up.
What up,
quick,
BJ? What's goody, bro?
Washed them up quick, packed those guys up. You feel me? And you know, I'm gonna get more into details. I'm gonna let Kev get some burns, but you feel me? Pause. But with 6 players in double digits, that's what I like to see, man. And I'm gonna stop there for now. I'm gonna let Kev go in. Pause, and we're gonna keep the conversation going. Kev, yeah, Playboy.
I thought it was an amazing. I thought it was I know in the first quarter it was we was going back and forth with Detroit. It was a pretty close first quarter, but then in the second quarter, when the second unit came in, they kind of like took off. It was like from the second quarter on, it was like you already know where the game was gonna go, bro, and we was just taking off. But I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of impressed, especially with our point guard play. The fact that all our point guards had 6 assists and plus is impressive to me, man. That's something that we haven't seen in a long time, and that to me, I know it's only 2 games, going into the season, really, but so far that's kind of impressive to me, man.
Absolutely. Ball movement is contagious. You feel me? Ball movement is definitely contagious. We gotta and that it starts with the starting point guard. Sean was good, Playboy. Uh, it starts with the starting point guard. You feel me? Jalen Brunson, him getting, you know what I mean, the ball movement, going into the paint, kicking out for open. And you know what? It really started with RJ last night. Let's be perfectly honest. Yeah, I mean, he started the game with 3 assists in the first quarter. He was dropping dimes early. You feel me? It's contagious. You know, you see Julius Randle buying into the system. Uh, you see Julius Randle buying in, moving the ball, not holding the ball, over dribbling, and doing the things that he did last year that got him into trouble. Uh, and that kind of energy and moving the ball is contagious, not only on the offensive end but the defensive end. You feel me? When everybody touched the ball, everybody plays a little bit harder defensively, and you saw that
Right.
last night.
Yep.
You feel me? Cause we was like Kev said it was a close first half. I mean first quarter. We outscored them by 10 points in the first quarter. I don't think it was that close. I don't think it was that close.
There was a time in the first quarter where they were going back and forth with
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah,
You know, it started off going off. They were going back and forth, and then they kind of like took off. But
yeah,
but yeah, you
yeah.
could go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, no, you good, Kev. Yo, T Dot, you absolutely right, bro, and that's important too. Zero
Fact.
turnovers. Brunson, since he's put on a Nick jersey, hasn't turned over the ball once, and that's including preseason. So we talk about 6 straight games, even though it's preseason. You talking about 6 straight basketball games
Hold
where
on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my headphones.
all
Be
right,
right.
Playboy. Yeah, yeah. You talk about 6 straight games, including the preseason, where that man has 0 turnovers. In the regular season, 15 to 6 0 turnovers. This is important. Ball security is important. Limiting turnovers is important. And you know, I was mentioning ball movement a few minutes ago. I think we had 29 assists last night. You feel me? That's beautiful. That's beautiful ball movement and continuity between the team. You feel me? And I, if we keep that up, bro, we're gonna be a real tough team to beat. Uh, yeah, Sean, that's a fact. That's a fact, bro. Look at that. You never thought you'd see the day that you'll be like, yo, look at the offense from the coach tip team. But you know, in all fairness, that Chicago team when when uh Derrick Rose was, you know, MVP and they was battling with the Clippers, they weren't a bad offensive team. They was actually pretty good. And Coach Tibbs' offense is heavily relying on the point guard play. Uh, Maybe not so much always to be a scorer, but be someone who can manage the game. You feel me? And that's what Jalen Brunson is, man. He's going to manage the game. Like we don't need, you know, Jalen Brunson to score 25 or 20 plus points every night. We need exactly what he gave. You feel me? Give us 15 to 18 points. Give us 6 to 8 assists a game. You know, and take care of the basketball. And the thing that you know I noticed about Jalen Brunson in this short period of time of watching him play, especially last night too, is that he makes timely baskets, bro. It was times where, you know, the Detroit Pistons was trying to make a little move, trying to get back into the game, and then he'd come out of nowhere, 3 pointer, swag hat, kill a run. You feel me? And that happened a few times throughout the game. Like Jalen Brunson ain't a home. He ain't gonna go out there and give you 25 every night, but he knows when to pick his spots and when to get buckets, man. And we saw that last night because there was a few times where I was like, oh man, these dudes are trying to make a little run, come back, and then Jalen Brunson come either drop
Oh
to the
man, there
rack.
we go. Now I can hear you.
I saw where you was flipping your phone. I was like, damn, Kev can't hear me. Nah. So I was just saying, you know, Jalen Brunson, we don't need him to score 20 plus every night. We need him to do exactly what he's been doing. give us
Yep.
15 to 18 points, 6 to 8 assists, and take care of the basketball. Jalen Brunson may not be a volume scorer, but he knows how to get buckets when they matter, when we need them.
Right.
You feel me? He
Right.
get timely buckets. Like even last night, there was points in the game where you saw Detroit try to make a little run, and then you saw Jalen Brunson come up, step back three, swap, like calm that down. You're not
Yeah.
about to get back in
Fact.
the calm that down. You feel me?
Fact.
Or they score a couple buckets and then they hit a three and Jalen Brunson come down, hit a three, or they score on a little run, he comes straight down, get to the basket, score a bucket. You feel me? Like that's the kind of leadership and poise we need on this team. Uh and I don't know, man. I, I don't understand how this is the last thing I'm gonna let you go back in. But this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I don't know how people could say anything bad about Julius Randle from what they seen in the preseason up until now, especially the last night game too, because he's playing really good basketball.
Nah, he really is. He's shown he's shown that he can uh uh step in and be that third option, that fourth option that a lot of people thought that he wouldn't do. A lot of people were saying that he wouldn't accept the role that was going to be given to him, and it's showing this year that he is. You can
Yeah,
see the whole vibe is
false na-
different.
creating false narratives.
Yeah. Like yesterday during the game, nobody talked about the huddle. Nobody talked about when he rounded up the guys and was like, "Yo, come on, fellas, let's go. Let's get this shit popping." Nobody ever brought that up ever, which
Okay,
is something that is like to at this point when it comes to Julius Randle, bro. I think a lot of fans can't get over the shut the fuck up, thumbs down nonsense already, bro. It's just nitpicking after nitpicking after nitpicking. And to me, it's ridiculous.
you. I knew it was real when they started saying he said fuck the fans. I'm like, bro, like that's literally not what he said. You feel me?
No.
And that's how they took it, and that showed me all I need to know. But nonetheless, Julius Randle so far in the season, only 2 games in, but so far this season he's playing exactly the way that we all wanted him to play. These are
Yep.
the things that we all been asking him to do. But now that
Yep.
he has the ability to do it because he has someone that can take the pressure off of him having to do so much. Right? He don't have to be a point forward. He has the ability to give teams other looks, and people got to understand this too. I heard some people complaining that why is he still bringing the ball up? Because you don't want the defense to be able to key in on Jalen Brunson bringing the ball up, be able to set traps on Jalen Brunson for bringing the ball up and things of that nature. You want to be able to give him different looks on the offense. You feel me? And it's not like Julius Randle's coming up the court, dribbling the ball. He's coming up the court, giving it the ball up immediately, either the Jalen Brunson or R.J. Barrett, and they get into some offensive action. You feel me? And
Mm.
I love what I'm seeing from Julius. First game we didn't really we spoke about it. We did like a recap light, but first game what he was 24, 12 and 5 or some shit like that.
24-11, 24-11 and
Yeah,
5.
24, 11 and 5, shooting a high
Mhm.
field goal percentage. This is what we wanted from Julius. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
No.
and that's dope. RJ Barrett absolutely needed that bounce back game. You feel me? After the worst game of his career in Memphis, he absolutely needed that game that he had last night. It wasn't monster numbers, but it righted the ship. You feel me? Well, he had 18, 6, and 4, something like that. It was 8,
Mhm.
6,
Mhm.
and 4.
Right.
Uh, yeah, it still 3-point shot, still looking a little shaky. You know what I mean? Like he was 0 for 3, I think, from 3-point line. Uh, we gotta get that in order. But just having a decent game all around for RJ Barrett was important because the last 2 years he started out the gate slow. We talking about 2 months of bad basketball from RJ Barrett, and
Yeah.
that's not something I wanted to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
That for him to have a game that good so soon after having that bad one, I was happy to see that.
To me, honestly, bro, like when it comes to like, I know a lot of people were panicking. They were panicking about RJ. They were panicking about the second unit and all that stuff. And to me, it's just way too early, man. It's only 2 games. It's gonna happen. Guys are gonna come in rusty. You know they haven't played all year, all summer long. They just been practicing and playing pickup games, which is not the same. So you got to get back in the swing of things, you know. Um, but I think eventually, like, look at what happened yesterday. The second unit woke up and they scored. I think it was 60 plus points to 64 points they scored yesterday, the second unit. So, you got to give these guys time to. It's only game 2 of a 82 game season. I think that some fans expect the most out of these guys, man, and sometimes you got to get into the rhythm, bro. And I'm not really too concerned, bro. Like if we in, let's say, game 30, and we having issues and we struggling, then that's something to be concerned about. But 2 games into the season, I think it's just a little bit too much, bro.
Yeah, man. And, speaking of the bench, another person who absolutely needed that game that he had last night was Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel
Yeah,
Quickly been struggling all preseason. He struggled the first game versus Memphis, and he needed a game like that last night to see the ball go in. And he started going crazy, like in the fourth quarter. He's like, "Oh, I made a three. It's a wrap. I'm going to." Uh,
well, Steve, man, you missed a pretty good game. I mean, I know it was the Detroit Pistons, but it was a good game, man. I mean, listen, we did what we were supposed to do. We beat a bad team, and I know last year we struggled beating teams under 500. The Magic smoked us a few times. The Pistons beat us a few times. A lot of these bad teams used to run on us last year, but this year, I think that's not gonna be an issue.
especially in the Garden. That's when
Right.
you feel me. Those were the nights where a guy like Cunningham might go crazy, or Sadiq Bey, like guys that's not usually known for dropping 30 points, or come to the
Right.
Garden and put in work. Uh,
Right.
and I don't think that's gonna happen this year because this team defensively is tough. You feel me? Like this team defensively is tough. Everybody's playing with high energy on defense, man. Uh, but what I was saying about the bench, IQ needed that game. Obi had a decent game, but again, another catalyst in the first quarter was Derrick Rose. You know,
Yep.
uh, he was 3 for 3 from 3 point line. He finished the first quarter with 11 points, and that's
Right.
what. And remember, you said we that point in the first quarter where we started to pull away. That was
Yep.
the Derrick Rose minutes. You feel
Yep.
me?
Yep. Yep.
He came down the court with just letting them things fly. he,
Bang every time. Bang. Bang.
He's let them things fly. You feel me? So,
Or
and that just reverberates the statement that how important Derrick Rose is to this team, man. Like he is the engine that gets this team going. And I will say it was something. Everything was a peaches and cream for me in last night's game. Even though I love the way the team was playing, Coach Tibbs kind of pissed me off because it was a point in the game where I was Brian from Long Suffering Nick fans was in the spaces saying like, "Yo, why is Derrick Rose still in this game? We up by 24 points midway through the third. He don't need to
true.
be out there. You feel
It's a
me?"
fact.
And I'm like,
Fact.
you know what? You're right. And then I started paying attention. We up 30. I mean, we up 25 still in the third quarter. He brings back in Jalen Brunson on a game that we completely got handled. The game is handled.
Hmm.
You feel me?
Hmm.
Granted, it's the third quarter, but you could tell by the way the bench is playing that the bench got this under control. You feel me? We,
That's a
we
fact.
did have that. We did have that little moment when they cut the lead down to 12. You feel me? Raymond was good. Rampage
What up?
Rail
What
said,
up, Ray, man? What up, Ray? Ray, my
yo,
my, my guy. What's goody?
So yeah, they had that little part where they, but after that, it was smooth sailing. So and then it was another thing. 2 minutes left in the game. We up 25 points still. RJ Barrett is in the game. Why? Why? This is
Fact.
why I started my Fire Tibbs Brigade last year. Because RJ Barrett got hurt in a similar situation. A game that we completely got handled. Less than 3 minutes in the game, he steps on somebody's foot and he's out for like a week as a change. Like
Fact.
that's the only thing. That's the only knock I had on that whole entire game is that my man Tibbs was bugging. Like, why are you still? And I get it. I get it. You're not trying to lose another 20-point lead to start the season. You don't want to see that happen, but still, you got to be able to balance that better. You feel me? You got to have a little bit more trust in your bench.
Yeah, and remember, I recall in the spaces. Now I was telling you guys, somewhere down the line in the third quarter, you should think about bringing in the second unit and let them rock out for the rest of the game, because it's like the starters already busting their ass. They were completely outplaying the Pistons in every shape of the game, bro. So at some point, I'm like, man, Tim should just think about taking these guys out, and I mean, even giving Deuce and Sim some minute. Give Hartenstein some rest. He's played 40 minutes in the last two games.
Yeah, yo,
Like if you
yeah. My fault. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Now if
Uh,
you look at it, it's like, yo, bro, you gotta give these guys a break, man. Especially when you up by that much.
you know, yeah, yeah, Hartenstein. He definitely deserved a rest last night. He was putting in work.
Yeah, he
Uh,
was.
7 rebounds. I think what he had like 6 points or something like that. Uh, but I like Hartenstein. You feel me? I like Hartenstein.
Yeah, I do
He's
too.
not his hustle is amazing. The fact that
Right.
he can spread the floor, and I love what he does on the offensive end as far as being a playmaker. Being able to pass the rock. You know what I mean? Like that's
Right.
important. You feel me? Like especially when you got so many cutters on the team, and it's not like these are pinpoint passes, bro. Like
Right.
you
Right.
feel me? These are pinpoint passes, pinpoint bounce passes.
Right.
Throwing it over his head. Like this dude could ball for real. And and
He is.
and I was saying it like when we got him, like a couple days after we got him, I was like, yo, this is a slept on signing, bro. Like
It really
especially
is.
for this team. And,
Hmm.
and and the bench, like you said, the bench played amazing last night, bro. Like you was 64 points off the bench, and we're gonna smoke a lot of teams on just that alone. You feel me? The
Hmm.
fact that our bench is gonna be able to outplay a lot of people's benches, uh, and and the starting lineup just need the whole serve. Uh, Cam Reddish, uh, to pivot into another player. Pause. Cam Reddish, that kid is nice, but he's a nut sometimes, bro. Like I don't want to see half court set Cam, trying to do, you know, boogie moves, trying to. No, I don't want to see you do that, bro. I need you to play off the point guard. If we get penetration pause and the ball get kicked out to you, either shoot the three or look to the drive to the basket. I need Cam Reddish to play downhill 100% of the time. You feel me? I need you to when they kick the ball to you in transition, I need you to be aggressive there because his layup package is impressive. Pause. And he got moves in open floor. I don't think nobody could stay in front of Cam Reddish in the open court, bro. He just got
Yeah.
too many moves. He can finish with both hands, and
Hmm.
I feel the same way in the half court set when he's running downhill. Like when he get the ball, hit you with a pump fake jab step, and start driving to the rim. Whoever's the center or the rotating player, they're in trouble. They're
Yeah.
in trouble because he's going to
Hmm.
get around you and he's going to score or draw the foul. And he gets in trouble when he starts to try to do too much with the basketball. Try to over dribble, try to spin. It usually ends up in a turnover. So we need to stop him from doing that. If he can stop doing that and play downhill 100% of the time, somebody gonna have to worry about their minutes, bro. You feel
Yeah.
me? Because Cam Reddish is a, a way better defender than Evan on
Yes.
ball and help defense.
Yep.
So the only thing that's saving Evan's like starting job right now is Cam is inconsistent so far, and Evan shoot better. But if Cam ever become consistent, and Cam don't shoot that bad, Cam can shoot it at a 37% clip, right? So Evan
I
need
was
to
just
Evan need to
I,
watch his back.
I was just about to say this, and it's something that we've discussed about a lot, on air, off air, in the chats with the fellas, in the spaces with the fellas. um we've always discussed that there's no way that Evan is outplaying Cam in practice.
Yeah, we
There,
said
there, there's no way. There's no way. There's no possible way in basketball life that Evan is outplaying Evan in practice. Right now, I mean, I think you would see a more consistent Cam if they started him, but we already know Tibbs ain't doing that.
I think I think at some point it may happen. You feel me? I think, but Cam just have to be consistent in his minutes coming off the bench, bro. Like
I still
I
want to
give,
see what Grimes does when he gets back too.
you know, Grimes. Grimes is going like, and that's the catch 22. Coach Simon T is going to be in because I have faith that Grimes is going to continue to be, excuse me, an amazing defender. He probably gonna have to find his rhythm at the beginning, you know,
Hmm.
getting his shot back. But so one of those guys, minutes gonna have to be taken away
Yep.
or reduced. You feel me? Because Cam bring something to the table that neither one of those guys got. You feel me? The ability to get in an open floor and make magic happen, right?
Yeah.
Like, uh, I'm not saying that Grimes can't finish in the open court, but neither one of them could finish like Cam. Like neither one
I
of them, not even close.
I mean, I know. A lot of people say Grimes can't finish at the rim, and he can't create for himself. But I think that this year he's gonna bring a different bag to his game, and he's gonna prove a lot of people wrong, in my opinion.
Nah, I could dig it, and I'm not saying that he can't finish. I'm just saying
Hmm. Hmm.
he can't do it like Cam. You feel me?
Right. Right. Right.
He can't do it like Cam. Cam is special in that aspect of basketball, bro. He looked like a freaking ballerina out there, the way he moves and gets to the rim. You feel me? Like so graceful. Like it's like, yo, this is like poetry in motion. It's the Euro steps, the jelly roll finishes. You feel me? And he can even go over the top and dunk. You feel me? Like
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
special in that aspect. I just want to see consistency from him and stop feeling like you have to prove yourself on every time you touch the basketball. You feel me? And you
Right.
can see
Right.
that's the case. Like soon as he get the ball, as soon as the ball touches his hand, he's like, score, score, score. I gotta score, I score, I gotta score, I gotta score. You feel me? Like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
pass the ball. You feel me? It's okay. Pass the
I,
ball. You might get the ball back, bro. Like just pass it.
I like that. I like that. That lob from Obi to Cam. That was pretty
Yeah.
dope.
And,
That was
and
pretty dope.
and that's what I'm saying, bro. And this is why you gotta tip your hat to Tibbs. You know they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This old dog is learning new tricks, man. And
Facts.
this offense is playing faster than any other offense that Coach Tibbs ever coached. You feel me? Because he
Yo,
said you gotta look at your team and assess the roster and figure out he got athletes, bro. Like
but
he got athletes.
you know what's sad though? You know what's sad though, T? At the same time, it's like this is something that we was stressing out since last year. Got play the kids, play the fucking kids. A lot of people sleep on the kids. The same
Yeah.
kids that they say are G League players that are not good, that all this other stuff that people talk about. Um, a lot of these young kids that we have on our team are the same young kids that brought us back from a lot of games last year. They sleeping on these kids. These kids can play. They're not bad players.
Yeah.
I just don't think they get a fair chance, man.
I
And
mean, yeah, my fault. Go ahead, go ahead.
right now, through 2 games, bro, we're a top 5 offensive team. Top 5 offensive teams, bro. We're averaging 120 points a game.
Yeah.
That's good. That's fucking good through 2 games.
And you know, I said the phrase "play the kids" had to die this season because Coach Tibbs ain't got no choice but to play the kids.
No,
Everybody
no,
on
no.
the team is damn near a kid except for Julius, uh, Evan, and Rose. Everybody else is babies.
And you know that goes from the front office. They kind of forced his hands, getting rid of Kemba, trading away Kemba Burks and Nerlens Noel. You know, getting rid of those guys kind of forced his hands. Like, all right, bro, you're gonna
And
have
not
to start playing these
resigning,
kids now, bro,
and not resigning Taj.
and not resigning Taj and letting him go. You
Yeah.
know, you already lost 4 vets right there.
Hmm.
So that was a message to me
But
that yo, you got to play these kids, man.
we were saying that too. Like when we was
Mhm.
talking about, it's like, yo, like if you want Tibbs to play the young guys, you got to take away his safety blankets. You
Yup.
feel like, and that's what the front office did. They took away his security blankets because
Yup.
guaranteed, if Alec Burke was on this team, Cam when they got no PT,
Nope.
no, like Alec Burke was on this team, Cam would still be glued to the bench. You feel me?
That's a
Like
fact.
so, unless it was like major injuries at the wing position, then we might see Cam. But and you got to give, and that's why you got to give the front office credit, man, because they're doing what need to be done to make this team successful, bro. Uh,
That's a fact.
and I got high hopes, man. Last night was absolutely what we supposed to have done to that team, washed them
Mhm.
up real quick.
Yup.
Play on Monday, the Pacers.
We play the Magic,
We play the Magic on Monday.
and that's
Yeah,
a team. That's a team right there that we really struggled to beat last year. You
and
know, so we really got to go in there and just do the same thing we did to the Pistons. We got to go in there and just bust their ass.
yeah, for the W tonight too. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, they did. They did. They played.
Nah.
They played the Celtics tough,
Yeah.
126-120. They took an L, but yeah, I mean the Celtics is playing really good basketball right now. Yeah, I mean all considering, so we can't even walk in there thinking we're gonna get a dub. Yeah, I mean we're gonna have to play these young boys tough.
That's a
Uh,
fact, Matthew.
yeah, Matty Smooth in the building.
That's
Yeah, I
a
mean,
fact, Matthew.
yeah,
He,
yeah,
he he's balling out, that kid, man.
yeah. So we got to take that game seriously, and I think
Facts.
you know with the likes of Jalen Brunson and just hearing him talk, it don't sound like he take any game lightly. Like it's business every night. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
and that's the I hope that that same mentality spill over to everybody. You know, we mentioned Julius Randle earlier. It definitely feels something different with him. You feel me? He is definitely a different feeling for Julius Randle this year, bro. Like this
Mhm.
every like the way he played, the way he's conducted himself in interviews, all that. Everything is so much more lighthearted. Uh, man, we looking at another. I'm saying it now. We looking at another 2010-5 season, but we looking at that. I say we looking at that with him at like 46 to 48% shooting from the field, son. That's the kind of season we have, and Julius Randle might end up being an all-star again this year, bro. That and I'm just looking at the way he's playing, bro. The game is coming so easy to him now. He's getting a lot of easy buckets, bro. Like stuff that wasn't happening for him last year. You feel me? Stuff that wasn't happening for him last year is like he don't have to sit there and try break down the defense every time. He's making quick, decisive moves. Uh, Yesterday was a important day for him too, because even in the preseason, he was struggling with his 3-point shot. He got a few of them to go yesterday. You feel me? Like, and once that part of his game open up, is a wrap. Like,
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
yeah, yeah.
Yo, yo, Kevin, what's good, Playboy? Kevin Wallace in the building. We see you, Brody.
Yo, what's good, Kev? What's going on, bro?
Yeah,
But to add to that about Julius Randle, um, it helps that you finally, finally, in 3 years, you finally got a point guard, a point guard that's gonna take pressure off of you. You know what I mean? That he got this whole weight taken off his shoulder with the addition of Jalen Brunson. So now that's gonna help him out a lot, bro. So now you're gonna see this whole new different player like you're seeing right now. You can see he already looks more comfortable. You know, he's very passive. Like he
yeah,
drives to the, he's making smart decisions where last year he would have forced the issue so many times and turned the ball over. You don't see that this year. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So I think that having a real point guard, something that we've been preaching for the past 3 years, we've been preaching this. We got this shit all on wax. All
Facts.
we needed was a fucking point guard. We've been saying this shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. A lot of people was calling my man Julius Randle a bum. He was trash this and he was trash that and he's no good. And look at what you're seeing now. You're seeing a completely different player. You're seeing a guy that's buying into what he's always been buying into what's going on, and finally we got Jalen Brunson to bring that out of him.
I mean, and you heard it when Julius Randle in the interviews leading up to the season talk about having, Jalen Brunson and what that mean, and he's what he literally said is that it's gonna make the game easier for him. Like,
Hmm.
it's gonna make it easier for him, and to add to the fact that now you can't load up on Julius Randle. You can't do it. You feel me? If you try, it's gonna be a bad night. It's gonna be a bad night because Jalen Brunson, even though they said he can't shoot, I'm like, what have people been watching to say that
Right,
man can't shoot? Oh,
right.
he likes to drive to the basket because who doesn't? Those are the easiest points. You take the easiest points. You feel me? Like, so, but he could definitely shoot. And people, in today's game, when they get caught up with the numbers of some of the greatest shooters, like, oh, this guy, he shot 40% from 3-point range. I'm like, yo, that's excellent. That's like that's A1 3-point shooting. Like, for those who play 2K, that's A plus. You feel me? That's the A plus ranking right there, huh? You feel me? With some
Yeah,
badges. You feel me? You shoot 40% from three, you got badges unlocked on that. You feel me? But you
facts.
talking about a guy like Jalen who shoots anywhere between 35 to 37% from three. That's decent. That's adequate.
Hmm.
That's solid 3-point shooting. You feel me? Now when you talk about sub 35, that's when you be like, all right, he ain't really that good. But you talking about 35 and up, that's solid 3-point shooting. You talking about 38 and up, that's really good 3-point shooting. And Jalen Brunson falls between that 35 to 38 range. And,
Facts.
and, and again, it's not about shooting volume with threes. He don't take a lot, but he makes timely ones, bro. And that to me
Hmm.
is more important than somebody just chucking up 3-pointers. To make the timely ones. We need you in the big moments or to stop a run or whatever. You feel me? And I said all that in the longest roundabout way to say that you cannot load up on Julius Randle this year because not only can Jalen Brunson hurt you by shooting the open three, he can also break down the defense, get to the rim, and hurt you with the pass. You feel me? So, like, you could load up on Julius Randle. He find Jalen, and what we saw, R.J. Barrett, his playmaking has gotten better. He's still a threat from shooting three, and you got Evan out there. Like, you could try to load up with Jules if you want.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a bad night for you.
yeah, yeah. Matthew, could Julius be a better overall player than Zion Williamson or Kev Rodriguez? Nah, I don't think Julius Randle is a better player, better overall player than Zion Williamson. Man, a healthy Zion Williamson is a monster, bro. He's
Zion
just a complete different player. Um,
follows a
um,
generational talent. Son.
yeah, man, that dude is, yeah, like I said, a healthy Zion Williamson is better than a lot of people in this league. Trust me on that. But yeah, man, and another thing that I like about Jalen Brunson, get to go back to that. I just wanted to answer Matthew's question. Uh, Jalen Brunson is smart, man, cause he'll go there and fake take that three, like he's gonna take that three, fake it, take it to the basket, create for himself, or if he sees somebody open, he'll dish it out to try to make his teammate better.
Yeah,
And that's what I love about the kid, man. Like he's real unselfish, bro. And he's not trying to be like a hero or none of that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and he ball security, man. That's huge. It's huge, bro. Not turning over the basketball. That's huge.
Okay. I want to answer this. So far, only downside to Brunson is his size, and sometimes his shot selection. He's good. I think people like me when I have an All Star. I kind of disagree, man. Like so far, he's played against guys bigger than him. Jaden Ivey is bigger than him. Yesterday you had what's the center's name for the Detroit Pistons? Isaiah Stewart is his name. Did I say his name right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know
He
if it.
he,
I just know him as Stewart. I don't know his first name.
he was playing up on him. Jalen Brunson banged a three on him. In the first game against Morant. He did his I mean in the first half he struggled a bit, but in the second half he came alive and did what he did.
Yeah,
Like, like my man Kevin Wallace just said, zero turnovers with his 15 assists. I mean, I don't want to hear about the undersized point guard nonsense anymore. To me, it's ridiculous. The guy's proven already he can play in this league with the best of them, with the players bigger than him, and I think that people need to cut that out already.
yeah. I mean, you know, I think it can cause some matchup problems with switching and stuff like that. But I don't think it's that big of a. I think the positives outweigh the negatives. The positives outweigh the negatives. It's so like in the rare occasion that he does get matched up with like a small forward or something like that. Like you see, it's they designed the defense around it. I was watching the game yesterday. There was times where, you know, uh, Jalen Brunson on some switches got mixed up with like a small forward or whoever, and you see R.J. Barrett run over there and chase him off like, nah, 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 move, 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 move. You feel me? Like
Hmm.
they are conscious of these things. You feel me? I think
Right.
Tim have them all aware and conscious of these things. Like, yo, we don't want to see that happen. You feel me? On ball switches, you can't really do too much about, but you ain't gonna see a situation like how a mouse in the house situation where you see the center get Jalen Brunson and nobody's try to get to recover and cover for Jalen Brunson. You know how that happens, right? You got the mismatch, center
Yeah,
post.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I, I don't think that's gonna happen with this team. So
Nah, nah.
the only time where I think where his undersized would be a problem is on the defensive end. You feel me? And I think there is a conscious effort for the as a team unit to help combat that. You feel me? Like
Hmm.
so, I ain't worried about that because, like I said, the positives outweigh the negatives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
to me, I think he'll be fine. Even yesterday, like a lot of people talk about he's not a really good defender. His defense is kind of suspect. Is that in the third? But So far I haven't seen that, man. So far, he's a pretty, could defend himself pretty well. I seen him strip what's his name?
Out of him.
Caden Cunningham drove to the basket, stripped him, got the caused a turnover. Like, the kid can still, play defense. For a guy that's on the side. So I'm not really too concerned with him, man. I feel like we're gonna have an exciting season. I think we're gonna surprise the hell out of a lot of teams, bro. A lot of teams that they're gonna come in here expecting a win, and they're not gonna get that win, man.
Yeah, I think the league is gonna wake up soon. You feel me? Because
Yeah,
we gonna have opportunities coming up to shot to wake the league up. Because after Orlando, I think it's
facts.
kind of gets a little bit more, you know, serious. Well, Orlando, uh, the Hornets, they ain't really doing nothing because they hurt and missing players and Nick and people getting locked up. Uh,
Hmm.
uh, but after that, we got the Bucks, we got the Cavaliers, we got the Hawks. Philly's playing like doo doo butter. And then we
Yeah,
got Boston, the Timberwolves, and then the
yeah.
Nets.
Those teams are gonna be tough. Boston, Timberwolves, the Bucks. You know,
Yeah,
those teams like that, they're gonna be tough.
I think the Cavaliers is gonna be tough too
The
because
Ca- the Cavs are gonna be tough.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a fact.
for the threat that they pose offensively. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm, mhm.
that's tough. Uh,
And they got height.
yeah, not in the backcourt though. You feel me? Like
No, no.
I think that could be a night we see, you know, Evan have a good night because Evan is
Mhm.
six eight. And,
Yeah, but Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell,
and
man, that's a tough backcourt.
it's a tough backcourt offensively, but
Yeah.
defense they don't guard nothing.
Nah, yeah, that's a fact.
You feel me? They give
Can't
up.
argue that.
You know what I mean? Like well, they putting a spanking on the Bulls though. I ain't gonna hold you. They washing the Bulls up right now.
I feel like the Bulls are gonna be a team that's gonna take a step down this year,
Absolutely.
especially with Lonzo Ball not playing and they not sure when they're gonna get him back. That's a tough loss right there.
Yeah. Absolutely. I said the same thing. You feel me? Like I said the same thing. Like that team ain't gonna be too good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That team ain't gonna be too good. So I didn't Ja have
That's a
Ja
fact,
has
Matthew.
Ja has 40 on everybody, bro. Like what are you
Yeah.
talking? He just scored almost 50 on Jalen Green, bro. What are you talking about? Like Ja's a special player, bro. Like you
he's
feel me?
he's averaging 40 points, bro.
He's a special player. That's not a
So
good
far.
that's not really a good comparison, bro. He's a special player. But
I ain't gonna lie though, defensively he's suspect.
who Ja? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was just watching the
Oh,
Maverick
speaking of
game.
which, I'm sorry to cut you off. Because I spoke about this on Who Run the City. Somebody in one of the Knicks groups on Facebook posted that block, that quote unquote block that he had on Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
That was a goaltend, bro. The ball hit the backboard,
Yeah, that was a goaltend for sure.
and it was a foul because it was body
Yeah.
contact first.
Yep. Yep. That's a fact.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
But
but
they're gonna give those calls to John Morant, bro. That's John Morant.
yeah,
He's just that type of player. He's gonna be, a lot of these old superstars are on their way out, and he's just rising you know, as the time goes by, man. And
yeah,
all these star players get their little privilege from the refs, bro. They gotta get those calls.
yeah. This is coming up, right? This is, you know, right now it's the phasing out of LeBron, KD, and Steph, right? Because Steph with 34 now. The next three up is Ja, Luca, and Tatum, son.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Fact.
and
Zion,
Zion, if he can stay healthy, could
if he
squeeze
can
it.
stay healthy, because let me tell you something, bro. Zion is balling out of his mind right now.
Yeah,
Like him and what's that kid's name? What's that dude's name? I always be forgetting his name. He is nice on the Pelicans. It's not just Zion Williamson. What's that?
Ingram.
Who?
Ingram.
Oh, Brand. Yeah, that kid is
Yeah,
fucking nice, bro. Like people never talk about him, bro. To me, that kid is so underrated.
yeah.
It's so crazy to me how he never gets spoken of, bro.
Well, excuse me. Before last year, he was very mediocre. Like you could tell that he had the talent, he had the tools to be great, but he wasn't fulfilling that. You feel me? Even from going to LA, his first year, no, going to LA his first year in New Orleans, he wasn't really balling that crazy.
Hmm.
But last year, when they got him McCullen, and I don't know what McCullen done told that young,
Yeah.
but he started going crazy. You feel me?
Yo, I think McCullum went over there and got in Zion's ear and Brandon Ingram's ear, and he's like, "Yo, let's get this shit together. We got a team. We got a good team here. Let's get this shit popping." And now look at them, bro.
Yeah, yeah. That
They
boy,
they they the
yeah.
sleeper team in the West, bro.
I don't know the way they washed up the net.
Brooklyn Nets.
I don't know if they just, well, I don't think the Nets is that good, honestly.
Yeah,
So,
me neither. I don't think
uh,
so either.
they struggled with Toronto. Toronto is really not that good.
Yeah.
Uh, Toronto ain't got no bench, bro. Like no bench. So yeah, they struggle with those guys. I'm like, I don't see like the
Oh, that's
Nets
what's
being.
up, Sean.
I don't see the
Hmm.
Nets being good, bro. I don't see the Nets
Yeah,
being, and I
I
can't.
don't. I don't either.
Oh, I can't wait till we play them. Ooh, I can't wait till we
You
play.
know, it's just too many holes that they have, bro. You really don't have a point guard. Ben Simmons he's really not. I don't know if it's just because it's 2 games into the season, he hasn't played a whole year. I think him not playing a whole year hurt him, bro.
Yeah,
Like taking a whole year off of basketball, and then you just come back, after a back injury at that. That could take a toll on your game, man.
yo, you know what? You know what's mad funny, right? Is I was doing who run the city last night, right? And hearing Big Fair Breezy say, "Yo, the whole stadium was yelling at this man to lay the ball up or dunk it," and I'm like, that doesn't worry you? Like
He
you
said
gotta
what?
that they were encouraging Ben Simmons to like because he was like, "Yo, he's getting to the lane whenever he want, but he passes it." And everybody's like, "Why are you passing it?" And I'm like, "Yo, so that doesn't worry you that you gotta encourage this man to be aggressive and lay up the basketball, bro? Like that doesn't worry you. Like you pay this man.
Yeah, I would be worried.
This man is like the like one of the five highest paid people in the NBA, and he's a role player. Like what? He's the most expensive role player in NBA history. Like, you be you like you pay that man all that money to the average doubles in assists and rebounds in single digits in points. Like,
No.
bro, you could you you could get almost anybody to do that. Like, what? Why?
Yo, yo, Kev, he's gonna be playing in Australia.
Yo, listen, and he said he had a mental problem. Like that shit just don't go away, bro. You feel me? Like that don't just go away. Like, so I don't know. And I haven't watched the Brooklyn Net game yet because they've been playing the same time as the Knicks, and you know what I'm doing. You feel me? I'm watching the Knicks, but
Word.
from what I'm hearing, that's hilarious. That is
Nah,
hilarious.
they said I heard one delusional Net fan say that Royce O'Neal was better than Bruce Brown, and that Royce O'Neal hit more clutch shots than Bruce Brown since he's been a Net. I'm like, bro, he's only played 2 games. Are you fucking kidding me?
You know,
Like, bro, yeah, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you talking about Knicks fans is delusional, but you come out with dumbass comments like that? It don't make sense.
yeah. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about the Nets, right? Uh, that's wild. That how they forget how hard Bruce Brown played for their team. Like
Yo, facts, bro.
like the like y'all don't like they he's a better defender. I'm like, yo, y'all had Bruce Brown guarding power forwards.
Word.
Yeah, had him guarding power forwards, and he was doing a great job too, right?
Yo, facts.
And y'all talk about he's a better defender. Bruce Brown was guarding 1 through 4. He was
Facts.
guarding 1 through 4, and he was scoring. Last year, he worked on his three. He was hitting 3 pointers at a high clip for y'all last year. The performance he put on for y'all in the playoffs, where both of your superstars was sucking ass. Yeah, that
He was the
disrespect,
only one. He was the
disrespect,
only one.
disrespect. And that's where I'm gonna leave it at that because this is
And the
Knicks.
fact that you gave up a first round top 8 protected pick for Royce O'Neal just tells me how stupid of a GM Sean Marks is.
Yeah,
And we can end it with that right there if
yeah,
you like.
trash. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we so looking forward to Monday's game against the Orlando Magic. Uh,
Facts.
I want to see uh uh Mitchell Robinson not getting foul trouble, bro. Like, I mean, I need less fouls from the whole team at for that matter. Uh, I think we are playing basketball aggressive. I think the coach, the refs haven't acclimated to the style of defense that we playing yet. You know, we ain't getting the benefit of the whistle because I don't think, even though the Knicks over the last few years have played tough defense, I think we're more aggressive now defensively, trying to
Hmm.
turn the ball over. And I don't think the refs have acclimated to the Knicks having that kind of reputation of being a team that is aggressively going for the ball and turning teams over. I think we'll get less foul calls called on us as the season go on once we start building up our reputation as an aggressive defensive team. But I just need less fouls from the whole team as a whole, because even in last game we had some key people in foul trouble, and you've seen at certain points they were just letting guys get to the basket because they didn't want to pick up another foul. You know, namely Julius Randle. I think he had 2 fouls early, and it was a couple plays that he didn't even defend at the rim because he didn't want to pick up his third. And we gotta keep guys out of foul trouble, man. I mean, granted, we got a great bench, but it hurts when you lose somebody like Julius Randle to sit on the bench. I think, even if the rewind all the way back to the first game, if Julius Randle don't foul that game, we probably win. You
Yep.
feel? Uh, but yeah, that's one of the key takeaways I want to see from this next game is, because everything else I ain't got no complaints about, bro. Like,
Nah.
we've been doing really good, so I just want to see us not commit as many fouls and go into that game with the intentions of we ain't taking this team lightly.
Nah, that's a fact, Kev. That's a fact. They were calling a lot of bullshit in that game. A lot of suspect calls that we should be 2-0 right now if it wasn't for the bullshit calls, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I don't like to use that as an excuse, but it is what it is.
Yo, Kev, my tablet about to die, Playboy.
My
So
my phone was about to die too, yo. My phone is at 14%. I was just about to say like, yo, I think we might have to cut it short,
yeah,
kid.
yeah. So holla at us what you expect to see from the team, on Monday's game.
Hey, listen, I expect to see the same thing. a lot of hustle, pushing the pace, and you know, trying to play good defense. Let's hustle on defense as well. I want to see guys grabbing rebounds, offensive rebounds, and the way that they were moving the ball in that Detroit game was loving it. I loved it. 29 assists. That was amazing. We need to keep that same kind of energy. I feel like that if you see that your shot is not falling and then the 3 point line is not, the shots are not dropping, we need to attack the basket at will. These teams can't beat us when we drive to the basket. We just gotta sit and attack, and try to draw fouls. You
Yeah,
know, we can't let the Magics run on us, because when they ran on us last year, man, they were killing us. And I think that yeah, Paolo Banchero's a good player, but the one guy that I think that people need to watch out for and not sleep on is Franz Wagner. That kid is fucking nice.
he smoked
Do
us like
not, yo, bro. Do you we can, yo. Everybody else on that team is nice, but that's one kid right there. You cannot sleep on him. Franz Wagner is a good player. We got to keep a man on him at all times. We cannot leave that guy open in the perimeter or behind the 3 point arc. We gotta keep a man on him, man. That's my take.
that's a fact. That's a fact. So we live today, right? So for all the people that's still in the building, just to keep your eye in the loop. Uh, we're going live on 2 days throughout the season, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Uh, Definitely gonna be at night. As far as the exact time, we get back to you on that. But from now on, the post game lives is gonna be recorded. I mean, they're not gonna be lives, but the post games is gonna be recorded and posted up the following day after games. You feel me? So we got a game Monday, Tuesday morning, sometime in the morning. I ain't got an exact time yet, but Tuesday morning, you know, you'll get the recap on YouTube. And moving forward, all my people on Facebook, we love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting us on Facebook. But we ain't going live on Facebook no more, Playboy. I feel like Playboy and Playgirls, you feel me? I feel like we did everything we could with Facebook. It's time to, funnel this traffic to YouTube. So if you haven't already, right, go subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification button so when we drop this content, now I mean, you get the notification like, oh, the new Knicks is out. I got to watch. You feel me? So
Yeah, yeah.
as always, appreciate y'all for the love and support, man. I mean, because I started this on Facebook, so it's kind of heartbreaking for me to be like, all right,
I mean, I mean, we could still pop up from time to time and have a little, convo with the fans and stuff like that, or with the followers and stuff like that. But yeah, we need to take our talents to YouTube.
yeah, but yeah, but I'm still gonna be dropping like clips and stuff on the Facebook and on the
Fact.
you feel me, clips and stuff. But if you want to watch any full length content, you're gonna have to go to the YouTube. Yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
Steven is always on the YouTube. Shout out to my
Yeah, facts.
he be holding it down on the YouTube for us, man. Yeah, I mean,
Facts, facts.
giving me headaches sometimes, but that's my guy. Cause me and Steven got some on the page. No lie, me and Steven got like some 5-6 hour lives.
I know, I see that.
Word. But yo, thank y'all for tuning in.
Appreciate you.
We see y'all on the recap, or well, y'all see us on the recap, but we'll see y'all live on Wednesday. You know what I mean? Uh we gonna so yeah, Wednesday we gonna get back to y'all with a time. Yo, Kev, I'ma holler, man. Your phone ringing.
All right, my bad, bro. My bad.
That's all good. We holler,
All
y'all.
right,
We out.
all right.
Yeah, that's right, Barry. Tell him hit that like button on the way out, man. Word.
Facts, facts. Hit that like button. Appreciate you,
Word.
Barry.
Yeah, we out of here.